Well, it's the gift-giving season, and I wanted to talk about something a little bit different for people that might be struggling with gift ideas. And we're going to talk about tools today and some of the tool tech that's out there. And I wanted to talk about something that I think is a great value and, share that with you. So I'll probably end up ruffling some feathers in this one, but stick around. Alright guys, well it is the gift-giving season and I wanted to talk about something a little bit different today, and that is some tools. Just to give you a little bit of background, when I came out of high school I went directly into the military and I became a welder and machinist, and over the time cross-trained into several other trades. And so I was a tradesperson for the good 15 or plus years of my career life. So if you haven't watched my video on my channel about how I changed careers, you might want to go back and check that out, because not only does it kind of give that whole background, but it also answers the question that I get asked a lot, which is, how did I end up changing careers from welding into programming and technology and networking and that kind of stuff. So it answers that question, so you might want to check it out. But the reason I wanted to give that background to you is that I wanted to say that, tools, much like photography, videography, and everything else that I do, is still one of my passions. And I'm not talking about tools from a perspective that somebody that's never used them professionally. Believe me, I own tools from about every major manufacturer out there. And so I wanted to give that background going into this, because I'm about to talk about something that I think is a tremendous value from a brand that you wouldn't really expect. That brand is Black & Decker. Okay, and now most hardcore tool guys, most pros, they hear the Black & Decker name, and it is well known that certainly, at least under the Stanley umbrella of tools, Black & Decker is the bottom of the barrel. That's the lowest end of tools that you can get under the Stanley umbrella, and it's probably, people would probably argue that even some of the other low-end comparably priced tools are actually better than what they've experienced with Black & Decker. But you know what? My opinion of Black & Decker is that some of their tools are just diamonds. I mean, they are very innovative. I've never been able to find a comparable tool from a higher-end manufacturer that I would gravitate to and use more often than some of the Black & Decker stuff that I have. And I wanted to get into that. And one of the particular tools that I think is an amazing value, if you know somebody that is looking to get into cordless tools, or you wanted to give somebody a gift that they might be able to expand on and things like that, that tool is the Black & Decker Matrix system. And the Black & Decker Matrix system is essentially, it is a cordless drill, but the head is interchangeable. And so you can replace the heads on it with different tools. So they make, besides the drill head, they actually make for it a reciprocating saw head, a circular saw head, a jigsaw head. They make, what else do they have? They have a router head, so you can put a round over bit if you wanted to trim that stuff. They have a sanding head, a little finishing sander head on there. And they also have the impact head in case you wanted to use it as an impact driver. But they have all of these tools, and they have even more than that. I think they just came out with a inflator head, so you could use it as an air pump as well. But I happen to have it here. I have owned this tool for a very long time, and this is actually a backup. The one that I use is at work, and I do use it a lot. Right now, you can see that I have the circular saw head on here. And this is just a drill. There's a safety switch over here, so you have to pull up on that before that runs. But people are going to ask, what kind of power does this tool have? It is actually very surprising. This is the tool, the circular saw head. Last year, when I was doing my remodel in my kitchen, I was using this to cut the countertops. because there was some tight areas I needed to get into. And another good thing about this tool is that it's light enough that, I've got a big battery on there, which adds a lot of weight to it, but it's light enough that you can work overhead. You can do things. The tool has a lot of power. It's got plenty of power to get through OSB sheathing, particle board, that kind of stuff. Like I said, I was using it on the countertops, and it performed very, very well. And that's not to say that's the only project. Like I said, I've had this thing for about 5 years. Usually if I need a quick tool to saw up some cardboard boxes, whatever, this is what I go for. This is the circular saw head. There's a switch up here, and all you do is you hit that. You got to put this in the middle. You hit that, the head pops off. And with that, here is the jigsaw head, and that just pops on there. So, like I said, this is a really cool tool, but the greatest thing about it is what? This is affordable tech. It's the price. Now with the drill head, which is the primary tool, when you buy it, this is not what it comes with. This is an additional battery. It comes with the standard 1.5 hour battery, the drill head, and it does come with a charger. The charger's really cheesy. I mean, it's just a little block that you kind of plug on there, and it has an outlet to the wall. It's not a fast charger or anything. They do sell fast chargers if you want a better one, but it does come with a charger. So the tool in itself is ready to go. You buy it, and how much does the tool cost? I think the last I looked at it, they were offering it on Lowe's for $56, $57, and I think I've seen it for even less online. Like I said, they've been making these a long time. Now, why do I call this a good value? How do I feel so confident in this tool? Well, here's a little tidbit. If you go back and research, you'll find that back around the same time frame, all the way back to, from 5 to 10 years ago, there was a tool system that was very similar to this, and it was made by Craftsman, and it was called the Craftsman bolt-on system. It wasn't just similar to this, I think it was the same thing, because the heads are interchangeable. There are videos on YouTube with people talking about that they've actually interchanged the heads from the different brands. So again, you can talk trash about the Black & Decker brand, but this is actually a really cool setup. Like I said, for the cost, if you want to get somebody into cordless tools, and I'm not speaking about this like, obviously, am I going to recommend this to a professional tradesperson as their primary set of tools? Of course not. But would I recommend it to a tradesman? Absolutely. I mean, there's a couple of opportunities that, because of the size and the ergonomics and everything, that this actually is the best tool for the job that I can think of. I wouldn't want to go for a full-size jigsaw or a full-size 6 or 7 inch circular saw when this will do the job. So anyway, look that up. Check out the Craftsman bolt-on system. You can watch some videos on that for some real-world experience with it. This is the setup. Like I said, there's a whole ton of tools for these. The reciprocating saw is also very powerful. What are some other benefits to this? Like I said, it only comes with a 1.5 amp hour battery. But did you notice the battery that I took off of here? And this is a little trick a lot of people don't know. Is that this is a Porter cable battery. It's actually the low budget alternative, the no-name knockoff, but this is for Porter cable tools. So how does it fit in the Black & Decker? Well, it turns out that the batteries are actually the same. They're the exact same, whether you're talking about Porter cable or Black & Decker. So, and I'll get a better screenshot of this and put it up there, but the difference being is that the Porter cable tools have a little notch in the plastic here, right, that allows them to go into the Porter cable tools, but not into the Black & Decker tools. So if you put, and you can see this is a little off here, but I put my own notch into here to mimic that side so that it would go into the Black & Decker tools. They're the same battery. Okay, so whatever's on sale, whatever you can find. If you find Porter cable, fine. If you find Black & Decker, if you're willing to put the notch in there, it'll go into either charger or into either brand of tool. So that's a little trick that a lot of people don't know about. One of the dirty little secrets of the Stanley umbrella there. Maybe that extends to some DeWalt battery. I don't know. I think they make adapters for those, if nothing else. But I always thought that was kind of a neat little trick. So anyway, that it works perfectly fine in the Black & Decker. So just something to keep in mind. But this is a great little system. I just wanted to point that out, that for the price, if you wanted to get somebody into some tools, $56 for a fully equipped drill. But you have the option to expand onto that with the circular saw head. The circular saw head is going for. That's this guy. Okay, I want to make sure you get this. This guy is $32 for this attachment, and it comes with the blade, so you don't even have to do that. But that's $32. The jigsaw head, ready for this? $21. Okay, so if you wanted to get somebody some tools, you already have the drill, and then they can expand into the jigsaw for another $21. That's crazy. All this stuff is available on Amazon. The router head is $32. The impact head, to change this to an impact, is $26. The reciprocating saw head is one of the most expensive at $45, and they have an oscillating tool head for $43. So the oscillating tool, the reciprocating saw head, those are the two most expensive, and I guess that's because they take the biggest beating of all these attachments. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. I know that a lot of people would scoff at the Black & Decker brand. And in some cases they may have something going there, but I just wanted to throw that out there, that if you're looking for an affordable, cool tool setup for the home user that just needs something for a little DIY here and there, what a great bang for the buck. The nearest competitor that you're going to find to this system is probably going to be the Rigid Job Max series, and I have that series as well. And it's similar in that if you use the Ryobi Job Max base, the Ryobi and the Rigid, both the heads interchange between those models as well. Between the two systems, I actually prefer the Matrix system to the Job Max. Now, the Job Max has actually probably got more torque, more power. The reason being that they have a brushless version, and it is a little bit more professional quality, I think. Having said that, though, you have far more attachment options on the Matrix system, and I like the ergonomics of this better. It just feels a lot better. The Job Max is just a barrel style, and I don't know, sometimes it seems kind of hard to maneuver the jigsaw and things like that. But again, that's a great system as well. If you want to save some money on it, like I said, you can buy the Ryobi base tool, and then you can buy the Rigid attachments for it. Or you can just go with it, and the other cool thing about that is they have a corded version, so you can buy the Job Max corded version for like $80 and then buy the heads on it. But the heads are more expensive, the base is more expensive, everything is more expensive than this system. And like I said, I actually prefer the Matrix system as an interchangeable tool, that when I need something for those small areas, for that kind of thing, for quick jobs, that's the system that I typically tend to reach for. I think it's a great bang for the buck. I'm not trying to say it outshines the standard dedicated tools, and I'm not saying that I'm not like a Black & Decker fanboy. I do think that they have some innovative stuff that has stood the test of time, and this is coming from a guy that's got tools from all kinds of manufacturers. So hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you later.